We can recover the JavaScript code from Android applications by processing the downloaded APK file. This requires the use of the dex2jar and the JD GUI tools. Let's see where we can get them. The first tool, dex2jar, can be downloaded from its SourceForge site. This comes as a zip file and includes both Windows and Linux tools. I've downloaded this already in my Android testing tools directory. JD GUI is available, as are a number of other Java decompiler tools, from the Canadian site shown. It's a standalone graphical tool that displays the Java source code in class elements in a very usable way. We'll use it to browse the source code we reconstruct using dex2jar. I've already downloaded the Windows zip file into my Android testing tools directory. To demonstrate reading application JavaScript, I'll again use the Vodafone text reader application I downloaded to show how we can extract and browse the source code. I'll go into the dex2jar directory and take a look at what's there. The .sh files are bash scripts and the .bat files Windows batch files. I'll now run the Windows batch file to create the jar file from the APK. For simplicity, I've copied the application file vtext.apk into this directory. This proceeds to decompile the application. We can see that we've created a vtext-dex2jar.jar file. We've now completed the first step of reconstructing the Java application code. Let's have a look at it using the JD GUI tool. We can see the structure of the application on the left. I'll expand the structure using the plus keys, and if I click on an entry, it opens in the right-hand pane. The open files are shown as tabs above the right-hand pane, and we can have multiple open and navigate through them by clicking on the tab. vtext is a public SMS reader provided by Vodafone Australia. We can see the top-level structure of the vtext application consists of 5 components: the application code under au.com.vodafone.android.sms reader, and the additional supporting modules of .com, .javax, .myjava, .awt, .datatransfer, and org.apache.harmony. We can see the About activity module has the one public class of the same name, and has routines, Appland Twitter, feedback email, more Appland apps, and has an onCreate routine. Auto Start Receiver is next, and it's a fairly simple routine to start the listener. The next module is Background Email Sender, and consists of code for sending email in the background. We can see towards the bottom the Send Email routine, which creates a new mail instance which has a hard-coded Gmail account, textreader@gmail.com, and its hard-coded password, a bad password too. Good or bad, we may want to investigate further the risk of having this password hard-coded. Let's open the .com module and take a look. This contains the Google Analytics and Sun modules, and if we open the Sun module, we can see that it has 2 components, activation registries and mail. Mail then has various protocol handlers. Let's open SMTP. Here we see the various SMT library routines. We can close individual files by clicking on the X at the top right of the tab, or we can right-click and close all. Here's the source code for the abank.apk, which has a slightly more complex top-level structure. When I expand the Android support module, we see the Multidex, V4 and V7 Android modules. The BC module expands to Java and org.bouncycastle, and the latter expands to various crypto and math folders. Bouncy Castle is a lightweight cryptography API for Java, developed and supported by the Legion of the Bouncy Castle, a not-for-profit organisation based in Victoria, Australia. The application uses another open source library, the OpenTK graphics library. The be.axa.mobile banking expands to the R class, which in turn expands to R, and this is a set of constants, an automatically generated set of resource identifiers for all resources used. When I expand the entry starting with MD50DD, we see a number of application-specific routines. Reading the manifest file and the source code for applications provides the ability to review and identify issues in the application. While reading the code may be confusing as you start testing, With experience, you'll quickly become familiar with the various ways applications are built, and you'll develop your instincts for finding issues.